All right, thank you for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 and 2 yoga, 26 postures, 2 breathing exercises. If at any point something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify a posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, a point where we could cause harm to ourselves or others. For the sun salutes, you're going to come towards the top of your area or the top of your mat space. I'm on carpet, so I'm not practicing with a mat. I'm going to show you in periphery from the side, standing up nice and tall with your arms down by your side. I'm trying to figure out an area that I have enough room to move. Okay, bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to the floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, push the floor away from you. If down dog is not speaking to you today, come down onto your knees, take a child's pose instead, sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Slowly exhale, bend your knees and fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, root your eyes, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale through your nose, fold. Try to make your exhales longer than your inhales. Inhale, lengthen halfway, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your plank or tabletop. If that lowering down motion does not feel good for your body, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, hug your elbows in and lower down like you're pulling yourself down to the floor. Inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, try to get thighs off the floor. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Either way, spread your fingers wide, root down through your knuckles and your palms so you're not putting all of your body weight on your wrists. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, hips over heels. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, lift up with a flat back, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, pull yourself down. Inhale, up dog, your back bend. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. If you're doing down dog, try to get your heels on the floor. If your heels don't naturally touch the floor, try taking a wider stance. If you have tight knees or hamstrings, you can micro bend your knees to take weight away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your thighs back, lift your hips up, push the floor away from you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful, so that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 and 2 yoga, starting with a breathing exercise, standing deep breathing. Come to the middle of your space with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth. HA, sound head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Good, inhale, elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels. Thighs tight, glutes tight, stomach in. Exhale, head up, lock your legs. Weight stays in the heels, hips a little forward, stomach in, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So the lower body stays still like a statue, just the neck and arms move. Exhale, head up. So just your head tips back. No backward bending, no leaning back. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push and squeeze. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. So spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push all the air out, elbows touch, and change. Arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring all of your knuckles under your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt. Grow taller out of the base of your spine. And begin, inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly push your head back. Stretch your arms forward. Keep exhaling. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Inhale, head down. I'll do a few with you. Exhale, head up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip, stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingertips to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's no rush. Know where you have to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself or anyone else. All you have to do is breathe through your nose. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip a little forward, get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. So from an outsider's perspective, this looks like a stretching posture, right? Like you're stretching the whole right side of your body, but you're using a lot of muscle strength in the process. Contract your quadricep muscles, squeeze your gluteal muscles, weight in the heels the whole time. Hips a little forward, keep your abdomen muscles, abdominal muscles engaged, especially like lower stomach muscles, pull up and in there and slide your breastbone up. Push your right hip a little forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder a little forward, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your biceps to your ears, use your grip strength, squeeze your palms together, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. First back bend of the day, take a deep breath, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake, look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, big stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, arms in your ears, hands to floor, relax your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Keep pulling, keep stretching, roll forward, hips up, knees back, stretch, change. Come on up, arms in your ears, chin away from your chest, lift as you lengthen. Good, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, arms over your head, sideways, palms together. Switch the grip, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, hips forward, arms back, big stretch up, and slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. Use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room. Push your left heel into the floor, push your right heel into the floor, pull your abdomen in, squeeze your glutes, get a little deeper at the end, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. So there's a little reset button, stretch up tall, stomach in, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. So you're stretching the right side body, toning, strengthening the left side body, and you're really working on shoulder mobility, right? So it's a lot of work to keep the arms with the ears. I know it takes a while. Keep the weight in the heels, hips forward, arms back, right hip a little forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder a little forward, open your chest, come down, push, 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 change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, keep your eyes open, drop your head back as far as it goes, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. So full spine back bending, full front of the body stretching, keep the weight in your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, fold like you're going into half tortoise mat. This is good practice for that. Go down with a flat back, chin away from the chest, hands to floor, then drop your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little bit tight or tender. There's no right or wrong to that answer. You're just checking in. Padasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. So stomach on thighs, chest on knees, nose between the calf muscles, forehead to shins. Eventually top of the head touches the top of the feet. Pull on your heels, roll forward like a wheel, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your knees. Change, come up like you're coming out of half tortoise, chin away from the chest, back flat as you lift up. Good, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, all 5 fingers together, reach your arms forward, suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair, feet flat, spine straight, 100% of your body weight in your heels, sit down halfway only, hips into a chair, suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Arms are counterbalanced, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck your stomach in. Bring a little bit more weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips forward, spread your toes wide, come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up first, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees want to come way out or way in. Keep 6 inches between toes, heels, knees, and hands. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, still breathing. Arms there, fingertips in line with your collarbones. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward. Thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right hip width distance, not too big of a step, insides of your feet parallel. Arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles active. Make sure your hands aren't dipping below parallel. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, sit back and down. So you can stick your butt out and fold forward to get your thighs parallel to the floor. Weight in your heels, stomach in, and start to lean back. Lift your chin up, chest up, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward, back flat. Lift your heels, push your big toes and your pinky toes down. Stretch up and sit down. So eventually you're gonna lift your heels all the way up, right? Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, press your shins forward, lean back into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together. Keep the insides of your feet parallel. So big toes pointing forward, knees, thighs squeezing together, and slowly sit down. Like you're sliding your back down an imaginary wet marble ball. Squeeze knees together and forward. So stop when there's still a gap between your hips and your heels, right? You're not resting. The hips are elevated, the arms and legs are active, stomach in, change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we're gonna do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, swing right arm, under left arm, right elbow, under left elbow. You can interlace your fingers, grab a thumb, maybe palms in prayer, maybe grab shoulders, give yourself a big bear hug, pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, hips down low, stay down there, lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg. Right leg over left leg, cross twist, eventually wrap your right foot. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, big stretch up. Swing left arm, under right arm. Left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Pull elbows down. 1-2 fingers go below the nose. Bend your knees, sit down, lean back, keep your hips low, and bring your left leg over your right leg, left over right. Now notice if your knees are pointing to the right side of the room, right? You want to bring the knees to the left, upper body to the right, wrists, elbows, knees, and ankles all in one line. Notice if the weight is in your toes, bring the weight back into your heel, stick your butt out, sit down a little bit lower, and then lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. We're gonna go into second set. Bring your right arm under left arm, think bicep under tricep. Pull elbows down, sit down, lean back, and bring right leg over left leg. Hamstring over quadricep, cross, twist, breathe slow. Push your left hip a little forward, 2 hips in line. Right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Sit down low like you're sitting down into a chair. Maximum weight in your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one, here we go. Bring the left arm under right arm, pull elbows down, sit down, keep your hips low, lift your chest, and bring left leg over right leg. And remember that this side might feel different from the other side. It does for me, and that's okay. We're not symmetrical, and you don't have to be symmetrical to practice yoga, right? Knees a little to the left, upper body to the right. All you have to do is breathe, sit down, and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, big stretch up. Slowly, consciously, arms down. Party time, you can grab a sip of water if you want. Mom, your phone is blowing up, so I'm going to put it on silent. Kathleen Higgins says hello. Okay, so this is one of the differences in our generations, right? Is that All of the millennials put their phones on silent and do not disturb all day. Okay, standing head to knee, Dandayamana Chandrasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, you can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, stomach in, or as you're ready, round down, and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid concrete, one piece, lamppost, unbroken, you have no need. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower, standing leg locked. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of your legs, maybe even a cramp on the top of your thigh, then start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Arms straight, bend the right leg, right foot down. Shift your weight to your right leg, contract inner thigh, outer thigh, lift your kneecap. Use gluteus maximus and minimus, so make sure you're using your side seat as well. Lift your left leg up, point your toes, flex your toes, know the difference, keep your toes flexed back the whole time, especially that pesky pinky toe, right? If the toe is turning in, that means that the knee and the hip are turning out. So you want to keep the left pinky toe flexed back so the hips are square the whole time. Option to stay here or round down and pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, even your thumbs under your foot. So relax your face, contract your right quad, like lock and lift, pull your abdomen in, and if you can still breathe, then lift your left leg up, right? So leg is locked, stomach is in, face is relaxed, breathing normal. Take a breath. Kick your heel forward. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an upside down L like Linda, a 90-degree angle, then bend elbows down. Notice if the elbows are going out and the shoulders are tensing up, bring the elbows in, roll the shoulders back and down, and then bring the chest down. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, heel forward, toes back, stomach in, change. Arms straight, bend the left leg, left foot down. You can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend or knee bend. So think of this posture as having 4 distinct parts, right? You pick up the foot, you kick out, you bend the elbows down, and you touch your head to your knee. Try to do them one at a time rather than all at once. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, round down, and pick up your right foot. So this is step 1. You can stay here, or when you're ready, lift your right leg up. So this is step 2, and you don't want to go to step 3 until you got step 2, right? So if both legs lock, then bend elbows down. Here's step 3. If elbows go below the calf muscles, then tuck chin to chest and put forehead on knee, right? So you do steps 1, 2, and 3 before you get to 4. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Reverse out. So head up, step 3, arms straight, step 2, then the leg, step 1, right foot down, back to even. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, pull abdomen in, round down, and pick up your left foot. Big toe on the floor the whole time. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, then bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance comfortably, then tuck chin to chest. Put forehead on knee, exactly forehead on knee. Right, so move the heel forward, touch your knee to your head, head to your knee for 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse out. Head up, arms straight, bend the leg, left foot down. Good for you. That deserves a high five. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana Dhanurasana. Feet together, bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling, bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot, at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up and back, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. At first, you're just finding a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. Keep your chin and chest lifted, let your abdomen relax. Once you can breathe, once you can balance, once you've got the back bend, start to come down parallel to the floor. See the foot come directly over the top of your head from the side, 2 heels in line, kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line, touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control. Kick yourself up. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. So even this simple motion of bringing the arm out to the left starts to open up the shoulder and chest where a lot of us are tight. Reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle. So now you're really starting to open up the shoulder and chest. Knees together. Bring your right arm up and back with your ear. So now the other shoulder's working as well. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. Take your time. Kicking and stretching should be equal. Simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you fall out like I did, take a breath and then hop back in, right? So if you fall out 6 times, you hop back in 7. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot coming over the top of your head, 2 heels in line, kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line, touch your chin to your shoulder, actively stretch your shoulders apart. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, opening that shoulder, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. Left arm up and back, right hip forward, hips in line. Squeeze your left thigh, point your right toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Notice what's happening in your right glutes and your right butt. What's happening there? Some people I know want to squeeze the right glutes to kick harder. Other people I know feel that they can get a little bit more into the splits when they relax the right glutes. For me, I like to squeeze, but you might find that relaxing your right seat will actually help you like kick up a little higher. So experiment with what you're doing there, but do be aware of what you're doing, right? You're aware of every part of your body. Slowly bring the body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly come on up, feet together, arms down. Last one, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, bring your right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin, lift your shoulders, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. We say falling out of a posture makes you human, hopping back in makes you a yogi. Create maximum space between your left foot and your right fingertips. Right shoulder forward, left big toe up to the ceiling. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Whew. Kick yourself up. All right, come to the back of your mat. Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. This next posture is only 10 seconds. Make up your mind to use 100% of your strength in half a second. If you're late, it's over. Feet together, inhale your arms over your head, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, nice tight white knuckle grip. Lean back and stretch up. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, and when you're ready, come down like a slow moving seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, chest up, stomach in. Step your left foot forward, move your right hip forward. Lock both legs, stretch, and tilt. Slowly come down, parallel to the floor. So keep moving your chest forward, right? So the back is flat. Charge your body forward, shoulder blades, scapula, stretching away from the body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. So sometimes when I think about this posture, I imagine what it would look like in a giant X-ray machine. And if you were to like watch somebody do this posture in a giant X-ray machine, you would want to see the vertebrae moving apart. In fact, you would want to see like every bone in the body kind of stretching apart. So think like a Tug of war, you're not just charging your body forward, you're also actively stretching your big toe back at the same time. So the body's really stretching apart. Second set, arms over your head, palms together. Switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, touch your biceps to your stomach in. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, stretch and tilt. So you're actively stretching your big toe back and reaching your index fingers forward at the same time. Every muscle in the body contracted. Body down, leg up, stretch. Change, left foot down, right foot back, big stretch up, stomach in, step your left foot forward, stretch, and tilt. So use your core. Your core is the front, back, and sides of your torso. Use all those muscles, right? Not just the abdominal wall, but the back muscles, the obliques, chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat. So both of your feet are on the floor. If you're on carpet like I am, it's dealer's choice. Stand however you want. Stretching, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Nice generous step, arms down parallel to the floor. You have a choice. You can point your toes forward so the insides of your feet are parallel, or you can turn your toes in, pigeon toeing your feet. This is an internal rotation to the pelvis, which will help your hamstring stretch, but it can be a little bit intense, especially if you've had a hip replacement or active sciatica. Point your toes forward. Lock your legs, lift your chest, stomach in, swan dive forward. Looking forward, good. Already stretching the backs of the legs. Grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, you can grab the outsides of your feet. And if your knees are bending, put your hands on the floor in front of you. Walk your hands forward. Lift your hips up, push your knees back, lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, pull and stretch. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Beautiful, change, slowly come up with a flat back. Good, step your right foot back to the place, arms over your head, slowly arms down. So a quick interlude here. On the floor, there's a posture called half tortoise, where you go down with a flat back. If you have trouble going into half tortoise with a flat back, practice it in stretching pose and practice it right in hands to feet pose at the beginning of class. It's the same motion with the back, just standing rather than kneeling. Second set stretching, arms over your head. Step your right foot to the right, a nice step, arms down parallel to the floor. So lock your legs, lift your chest and go down, right? Lead with the lower ribs, lead with your chin, away from the chest. So back flat, hinging at your hips. If you can grab your feet, bend your elbows back, elbows to calves, lift your shoulders, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. So the spine is never rounding, right? It's almost arching your spine. And if your knees are bending, put your hands on the floor, walk your hands as far forward as you need to lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs, and then maybe see if you can, grab a grip on the outsides of the feet and pull. Keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing, stomach in, eyes open, roll forward, touch your head to the floor. Good, change, come up, lifting from the ribs, leading with the chin. Good, step your right foot back to the place, arms up, and slowly with control, arms down. Triangle, Trikonasana, inhale, arms overhead, big side stretch here. Exhale, step right foot to the right, nice big step. You want your ankles underneath your wrists, it's a big step. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg and lunge. So you want to pull your abdomen in the whole time to take weight away from the hip. Sit as low as you can, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. Right elbow in front of the knee. Aim your fingers between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Profile of your face visible to the side. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. One day, nose and left thumb in line. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line, stomach in to take weight away from the left hip. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. Sit down, lean back and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling. So look up towards the ceiling. Imagine that there were a wall in front of you. You would want to be able to place both palms, your chest, and the left profile of your face, your left ear, against that wall. So really looking up, stretching up. Sink your right hip down, push your left knee back, pull your abdomen in, stretch the crown of your head up, turn and twist. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and slowly, consciously, arms down. So we're always practicing a little bit of self-awareness. Segundo vez, triangle, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, abdomen in, bend your right leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So eventually the right thigh bicep will be parallel to the floor. If your right thigh, your right femur is not yet parallel to the floor, come down just a little bit so that you're not collapsing all the way down, but you also don't want to stay all the way lifted, right? You want to use your right side body, right side obliques. So there's a nice 45-degree angle between your ankle and the crown of your head. Look up, reach your arms apart, turn and twist. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, right toes in, left toes out, bend your left knee and lunge. If your knee is going beyond your ankle, that is to say, if you look down and you cannot see your left big toe, take a bigger step. You want your knee over your ankle, not beyond your ankle. Having the knee go way beyond the ankle puts too much pressure on the kneecap. Sit down, lean back, and move arms. Elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling. Look up, stretch up, push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Bring your left rib cage forward, right rib cage back. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Sit down and stretch up at the same time. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and consciously arms down. Lovely. Standing separate leg, head to knee, Dande Manabhikaptapada, Janushrasana. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, a generous step, be generous with yourself. Pivot on your heels to one side of your mat. If you're on the long side of your mat, face the back of your mat. Turn your back left toes in, push your left hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Slow with control, chin to chest, stomach in, round your spine, touch your exactly forehead and knee together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your front foot, right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line. That way, both sides of your background equally the same. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lift your kneecap, stomach in, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, keep your abdomen in, all the way up, head up last. Nice. Pick up your toes, pivot on your heels to the front of your mat or the other side of your mat. My heels always get crisscross in transition. Uncross your heels, maybe take a bigger step, turn your back toes in so you can move your right hip forward. Stretch up tall, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly with control go down. Take your time. This is a compression posture. We're squeezing, toning, compressing the abdominal wall, the front of the body, as we round the spine. This posture is one to be careful of if your back is hurting today or you have a history of slip discs. If rounding your spine this much does not feel good, try to flatten out your back and look forward. Otherwise, keep pulling the abdomen in, chin to chest. And if your forehead and knee aren't yet touching it, try bending your front leg so eventually knee and head come together. Never forcing the body. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Take your time, squeeze right glute, press right hip forward, right shoulder forward, head up, last. Lovely. When you're ready, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, and slowly arms down. Second set, head to knee, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, maybe other thumb on top. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You can't see your front foot all the way down. Balance challenge, keep your hands together. Pull your abdomen in. And you can take a bigger step. You can bend your front leg. You can turn your back toes in more to touch your knee and head together, but you're never forcing. If you've ever wrung out a soapy sponge,
That's kind of what we're doing here, right? Like you're squeezing the front of the abdominal wall the same way that you might like fill a sponge with water and then squeeze, and then fill it with water and squeeze. That's what we're doing here, really squeezing the front of the body, massaging internal organs. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, head up, last. Good. Pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, stretch up, chin to chest, go down. So, you know, like in the Western culture, right, like we massage, you know, we'll get a massage like that's massaging muscles. In Ayurvedic medicine, there's this idea that like massaging your internal organs is useful the way that like massaging your muscles is useful. So part of these head to knee compression postures is the idea that we're like really kind of like massaging or squeezing into the organs. You can take it or leave it, but know that like that's a large function of these head to knee postures is like really squeezing into the abdominal wall, stretching the kidneys on the lower middle back, squeezing into the pancreas on the deepest level of the abdominal wall, stimulating thyroid, parathyroid gland with chin to chest, and stimulating pineal gland with forehead to knee. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, go slow, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, chin to chest, arms to the ears, head up last. Lovely. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, slowly, arms down. Okay, come to the middle of your mat for tree pose and then toe stand. Tree pose, Padangusthasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Eventually heel to costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Whew. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. Right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand. Elbows down, spine straight, breathe. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight. Lift your left leg up, heel to costume, let your left knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. If your foot slides like mine does, you can hold on to your foot the whole time. So this is a great reminder that we're not symmetrical, right? One side of this posture might look or feel different from the other. And that's not like a good or a bad thing. Try to hold off on like judging stuff about your body and instead just like notice like, that is interesting that my left hip feels different from my right hip. I wonder why that is, rather than being like good, bad, right? Shame, pride, get rid of that stuff. Change, left leg down. Next we do toe stand, Padangusthasana, pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you, don't move your eyes, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, anywhere above the knee, anywhere on the thigh is great. If your foot is prone to sliding, hold on to your foot, but if it'll naturally stay above your knee, you can bring your hands together. So look to that spot, helps to focus on one unmoving spot with balance, also concentration, meditation, and as you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, point your right toes, stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Left hand up to the center of your chest, right hand, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good, when you're ready, put your hands on the floor. You can come up on 2 feet or push your hands into the floor, lift your hips up, and then press your hips forward, lift your chest up, change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up, heel to costume, let your left knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. Again, if your foot's prone to falling, hold on to your foot, concentrate, meditate, and as you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. I'm gonna stay here because of a toe injury, but I'll walk you through it. If you can sit down, walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Left hand up to the center of your chest, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good, when you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. And then press your hips forward to reverse out. So even just doing a little bit of the posture can be good, yeah? Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle, I think. Okay, let's see here. Okay. We can do hard things. All right. Lovely. Okay. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed.
Breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. So I ended up, today is Wednesday. Yeah, I taught and practiced my last 26 and 2 class last Wednesday. So it's been a full week since I practiced. But in that time, right, I was at a camp. So I was like walking several miles every day. And on Sunday, we had a camp dance that was like outdoors and masked, but still dancing for like 2 hours. And it's interesting, like certain parts of my body ache that don't often ache when I'm practicing yoga all the time. And it's a real joy to be doing these postures like with tight calf muscles, for example, right? Because when you practice this every day or multiple times a week, right? Like your calf muscles tend to start to open up. And then, you know, if you don't, or you do, I don't know, like jumping around to a song for 2 hours, right? And the calf muscles tense. I always think it's such a joy both to, I don't know, take some time away from yoga, or, you know, when you're using different parts of your body, maybe trying a new hobby or a new sport or game or whatever that is. It's really fun to practice this style of yoga because you'll notice how like different movements, whether it's becoming more sedentary, more active, just moving your body in a different way, how that all interacts with these postures. And again, I just love this sequence because it's the same. So like this is the control group, right? You get to see how like different inputs and outputs affect your yoga practice, but the yoga stays the same so that you can change. And that is like just a beautiful gift to give yourself. Bhavana Muktasana, when you're moving pose, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight right knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull and hold. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class today, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Without lifting your head, tuck your chin in a little bit and look down the center line of your body. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder. Notice if you're leaning way to the right, try to keep your left shoulder on the floor. Also notice if your left foot is going like way to the left or the right, you want your ankle and hip in line on both sides. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. So your right leg should just be pointing to the back of your mat, not to the right or the left. Pull down, putting pressure on the lower left abdominal wall. This posture is good for digestion. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows, each other, maybe other elbow on top. Give yourself another big squeeze. Heels together, head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body, just hugging yourself. And release, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any back pain or concerns about your back, skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Sometimes, like when I just haven't practiced in a week, I will skip the first sit-up and then I'll do the rest of them. So you're always welcome to skip the sit-up. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Turn, fly on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series. So we're going to do a bunch of like back mobility and back muscle strengthening postures that'll make the rest of the sit-ups maybe a little bit more accessible. Cobra, Bhujangasana. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% spine strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent and make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Roll your shoulders back and down, stretch your elbows to your hip bones. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Inhale through your nose, feel the backs of your ribs expand.
Exhale to your nose, let your shoulders and chest fall. Second set, cobra. Chin forward, hands flat on the floor below the shoulders. From a bird's eye view, I cannot see your fingernails. Zip up your, unless you have long fingernails, zip up your legs, lock your legs, look up and lift, stretch your upper body off the floor. I have friends who practice yoga in long finger, like with, you know, like the like push on nails. I don't know how you do it if you are taking this class. I am very impressed. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt. So think about lifting your kneecaps, but the feet and the hips stay down. Notice if your hands are cupping or the fingers are coming apart. All 5 fingers together, hands flat on the floor, lift your chest and top of the head up. Change, slowly lower down. Whew. Look to your left, right here on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Like, okay, chin forward, locust, shalabhasana, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. This is an example of like people with long fingernails. I don't know how you don't break your nails in this posture. You can have your arms out to the side or bring your arms underneath you. So one day pinky fingers touch, spread your fingers wide, lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90, foot coming directly over the top of your head. Notice if your right hip is lifting up, drop your right hip down so the sole of your right foot is flat to the ceiling. Change. Right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. So sole of the foot flat to the ceiling, hip and forearm touching. Spread your fingers wide, press your shoulders down, lift your heel up. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide. Zip up your legs, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You can do it, struggle a little harder, don't give up. Lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect on your arms. Look to the right and take a deep breath. Giving nice, highly oxygenated blood rushing through the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, all the way onto the fingertips. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. You can keep your arms out to the side or bring your arms underneath you. If this posture is uncomfortable, you're in good company, or at least you're in my company. But if this posture is painful, then bring your arms out to the side. The little discomfort is normal. Chin forward, eyes open, lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. So stretch the big toe back. This is really good practice for balancing stick, but without having to balance, right? Like you're in a giant X-ray machine, you would see the knee, the hip, the ankle, everything stretching apart. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. And keep in mind that one leg is practice for 2 legs, right? So you're practicing lifting one leg up and then you'll do both together. Lift your heel up, change, left leg down. So this is the real deal locust pose, chin down, mouth on your mat, neck long, bring your arms a little closer, make up your mind, spread your fingers, lock your legs, point your toes, lift both legs up. So you can use a little bit of momentum, press the shoulders down, keep the triceps tight, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out, look to the left, and let that one go. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings. Zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift, arms, body, head, legs. Everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where eyes go, body nose to follow. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, and take a nice slow breath. And self-soothe here, right? Using the breath to calm the body, to soothe the mind. What a gift. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, perpendicular to the body, feet together. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift everything lifting off the floor. Press your hips down. Notice if the knees are bending a lot. Lock your legs. Notice if elbows are bending. Lock your arms. Lift your arms up a little higher in the second set. Keep your neck long. You're strengthening all the muscles on the back. Lock your legs, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tucking your wings, working on shoulder mobility. Look to the left, eyes open, staying present, and let that one go.
Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward. Bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes. You can also grab one foot in the first set and the other foot in the second set. Point your toes, squeeze your tush, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Get your thighs off the floor. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, and maybe, you've looked left and right a few times. So maybe you can get your whole ear on your mat. Maybe you can even touch your chin to your shoulder without tensing up your shoulder. So working a little bit deeper into that shoulder and neck. It's one of my favorite things about the spine strengthening series. Even the belly savasanas are like really good for back health, for shoulder and neck health. Second set, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside or other foot from the outside, 2 inches below the toes. So you're not grabbing at your toes, but you're also not grabbing at your ankles. Point your toes, squeeze your glutes, look up and kick. So in some styles of yoga, in bow, you're on your thighs, but in this one, you want to roll forward, you want to be on your abdomen, right? So really good for digestion as well, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable if you ate too close to class. Squeeze inner thighs together. Try to keep your wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly, lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat. Good, bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat for fixed firm Supta Vajrasana. Start in tabletop, open your knees, open your feet. And as you're ready, start to walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until one day you can sit between your heels. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other, look down the center line of your body and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch, but never a point of pain. Change. Put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. It's always interesting when I step away from this yoga, for a week or a period of time, and then I come back. It's always interesting, how the postures feel different in the body, what I've kind of kept, and then what's a little bit harder than the last time I practiced. This style of yoga is a lot like a savings account. It's cumulative. So the cool thing about it is the more you do it, it's like you're putting money in the bank for those rainy days when you can't come to class or life gets in the way or whatever that is, right? The more you do it, the more muscle memory you get so that when you do inevitably step back at some point and then come back, it'll be much easier to pick back up. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat, second set. So the traditional way to get into this one is to sit knees, feet together, then open your feet and then sit down, right? But you can always start in tabletop or open your knees as well. If you can sit between your heels, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, drop head back, head to floor, tuck chin in. My hips are tight, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. So I think it's better to practice this yoga, I don't know, twice a week for 6 months and then take a month off versus practicing once a month for 12 months. Does that make sense? Same amount of classes, but better to do it cumulatively and then take a break versus you never really get into a groove. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. I don't think my math made sense there, but do you know what I'm saying? Better to practice consistently and then occasionally have to take some time away than to never get into the groove, right? I think this is a really beautiful part of a schedule to have, right? It's having a meeting with yourself. And as that meme goes, bosses don't cancel. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. The sit-ups ever bother your back, remember that you can skip them by rolling off to the side. Come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, Arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. So think about how you go into hands to feet pose and stretching pose, and we're gonna practice that here. Stretch up, chin away from your chest, go down. So leading with the lower ribs, leading with the chin, back flat, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Tilt your pinky fingers down, try to get elbows and wrists off the floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down. You're stretching the hips, lower, middle, upper spine, working through the shoulders. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, chin away from the chest, very nice. Arms down, turn around, Savasana. So if you have trouble going in and out of this one with a flat back, really practice going in and out of hands to feet pose and stretching pose in the standing series, right? And then you'll be able to like work on that when you hit the floor. Remember, you can always skip sit-ups. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat. Second set, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, chin away from your chest, go down. Take your time, listen to your body, forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. So all of the spine strengthening series postures were back bends. If you went all the way into fixed firm pose, that was a back bend, right? Next posture is camel pose, that's a back bend. So we're really intentionally stretching out our back here. One more time, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch. Change, come on up, chin away from the chest. Very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay, come to the top of your mat, Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend, woohoo! Camel pose on hump day, yes, stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, lift your nose and chin. One day head goes back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back, breathe. Change. Put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up fast, stretch up tall, sit down, turn around, Savasana. When you get into a routine of this yoga, sometimes we like take for granted how mobile we are. And you know, sometimes even within the yoga, right? We have aches and pains in areas that we're tight, but at the same time, right? You're certainly more mobile than you would be like without it. I was just reminded of that there. Normally that back bend is like pretty accessible to me for me. And today, after sleeping on a bunk bed with like a thin mat under the, the wooden bed for a week and not doing yoga, I'm like, whew, I feel that posture. Let's do it again. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. The good news is there's always second set, and second set always feels different and usually is even more accessible. Stand on your knees, open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back. This might be enough, right? You're already opening through the front of the body. A little bit goes a long way. When you're ready, look up. If that feels good, let your head go back. You can stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. You can stay here or maybe just try reaching for your heels and eventually grab your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside. If you can't quite grab your heels, you can keep your hands on your back. But if you always keep your hands on your back, maybe just practice reaching. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back. This is healing compression to the spine and healing opening to the front of the body. So we're stretching the fascia on the chest, stretching out the solar plex nerve system as we heal the spine through compression. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Okay, good. Checking the time. We're doing good. Let everything stretch out and realign. Let the floor hold you up. Inhale through your nose. And slowly exhale through your nose.
Okay, legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Come to the middle of your mat, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, rabbit, Sasana, make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your, that looks beautiful in the beach light mat. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down, chin to chest, stomach in, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Think about locking your arms. If your grip is sliding or your feet are coming off the floor, ease up a little bit, full palm grip on your heels, hips forward, shoulders up, stomach in. Change, hips down first, pull yourself out. So keep that grip on your heels coming out the same way you went in. Head up last, very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Sometimes, you know, the end of class can be a perfect storm of like, our attention is waning, our body's a little bit tired, like we're thinking about, you know, what comes after class. And at the same time, this is a posture where you want to be really careful of how you come out of it, right? So rather than just kind of like flipping yourself up, you really want to bring the hips to the heels and then intentionally curl up, still pulling on the heels to help take that pressure off of the back so the head comes up last. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Second set, let's hop to it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, rabbit pose. Grab your heels, pay attention to how you go in, stretch up, chin to chest, go down. So feel each and every part of your back moving. The parts of your spine that you don't feel moving are probably where you're tightest. For many of us, that's the middle back. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, pull your abdomen in, round your back. And change, hips down first, pull yourself up, head up last, stretching up at the top, and then turn around, lie on your back, Savasana. Inhale, exhale, reset. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Janu Shavasana with Paschimottanasana, head to knee with stretching, 2 quick sets. Right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs, make an L as in legs. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest. Put your exactly forehead on your knee. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, big stretch up. Turn to your left, chin to chest, put your forehead on your knee. If your forehead and knee don't touch with the straight leg, bend your leg, touch your knee and head together. Interlace your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. Lie down and sit up. Paschimottanasana, stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you fold with a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out, lock your legs. Rather than like pulling and rounding your spine, you really want to lengthen your spine here. So puff up your chest and fold, right? So lengthening from the lower back, middle back, upper back, stomach to thigh, pull, chest and knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Draw your attention to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, second set, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs, make an L. Inhale, arms overhead. So still working the side body, the shoulders stretch up, turn to your right, chin to chest, go down. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going, kick your heel forward. If your leg is straight, keep going, lock your leg. Heel off the floor, elbows to floor. This is really good practice for standing head to knee without having to balance. Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Make sure the sole of your right foot is pushing into inner left thigh. Make sure your leg is not on top of your foot, right? Stretch up, turn to your left, turn to chest, go down. This is the last of our compression postures, right? Massaging the front of the body, rounding the spine. Flex your toes back, stretching calf and Achilles, bend your elbows down, opening shoulder blades, scapula. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. You're welcome to skip sit-ups, otherwise lay down and sit up. Second set, stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes, middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your buns back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. I'm gonna show you from the front. So if your pinky toes are turning in, right, that means the knees and the hips are opening. We wanna keep the hips square. So spiral inner thighs down, flex pinky toes back. Depending on the proportion of your knees to your hips, the knees might touch with the feet a little bit separate. That's okay, but make sure the toes aren't turning in. Stick out your butt, lock your legs, puff up your chest and fold. Stomach to thighs pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Feels so good. Change, come on up, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. If you're ever in a posture and it feels really good and you hear the teacher say change, remember that you can always come back to that posture after class, right? Sometimes I'll do like a third, fourth, or fifth set of a posture afterwards if something is like really speaking to you. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay, come to the middle of your mat for Ardha Matsyendrasana spine twist. I'll show you the first one from the side. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to left knee. You can also have your left leg long in front of you. Right arm close behind you like a second spine, so make sure you're not leaning back. Left arm up, bend over, grab left knee with left hand, heel and knee touch. If you can't grab your knee yet, try grabbing your mat so there's a little bit of like leverage there. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. So make sure that both sit bones are on the floor. You're not sitting on your left foot, point your left toes. Keep your left knee on the floor, right big toe on the floor, look over your right shoulder. If you can balance here, reach behind you, try to grab your waistband or eventually your left thigh with your right hand. Drop your shoulders down, lift your chest up, inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee, left arm behind you, right arm up and over, make a circle. Grab your right knee with your right hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your left hand behind you. You can also reach behind you, grab your right thigh with your left hand, keep your spine straight and your chest lifted. Bring right rib cage forward, left rib cage back, push right elbow into left knee like triangle pose, turn and twist. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around. Savasana. It's like it's superhero, Savasana. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the middle of, sorry, I'm just picturing Savasana like a superhero and they're like, it's corpse pose. Knees, feet together, hips, I'll be quiet. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs, sit up tall, lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms straight, chest up, shoulders down, face relaxed. All you have to do is exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a high five, a fist bump, a pat on the back, any sort of gesture that tells you that you did good. Turn around, relax, final Savasana. You can close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Just reconnect with your breath. Take a slow inhale to your nose, feel your chest rise.
Slow exhale through your nose, feel your chest fall. Breathe in. Breathe out. And all is coming.